Good morning to one and all present here. This is Kashvi. I would like to start my presentation by asking you a question. Do you open the lock of your main door in the morning and close it during the night? If yes, let me ask you another question. What happens if you insert the wrong key? If you insert the wrong key, the lock won't open. Everyone knows that. What's so special in it? But have you ever wondered why won't the lock open if you insert the wrong key? If not, for today's presentation, it would be clear why won't the lock open if we insert the wrong key. Let's get started. Can you identify this picture for me? The expected answer is a key. Second question, do you find these carvings on the key? What role do they play and why are they different from every lock? Why so? Today we are also going to find out the answer for this question too. This is how a lock looks. Today we are going to be discussing about a widely used lock and its mechanism, that is a pin tumbler lock. It's a widely used lock. And this is how the external look of a pin tumbler lock looks like. The exterior part of the lock has a case, a plug, and a pathway for the key to be inserted in order to open the lock. It is known as the keyway. This is how the internal part of a lock looks like. Each vertical column is known as a shaft. A shaft contains a spring, a driver pin, and a key pin. All the shaft rest on a flat platform known as the ledge. In case the right key is inserted, all the driver pins align at a line called a shear line. This blue line indicates the shear line. Only if all the driver pins of all shafts align themselves on the shear line, then the lock opens. That is, the plug rotates. What happens if we insert the wrong key? How does the image look in the interior part of the lock? Let's look at it. This is how it looks when a wrong key is inserted. If the wrong key is inserted, as you can see, the driver pins do not align themselves on the shear line and hence the plug won't rotate. And if you pay a keen attention to the image, you see that the use of the ridges and grooves here. The use of the ridges and grooves is to make sure that the alignment of the driver pin occur on the shear line, and when you rotate the key, the plug rotates and the lock opens. This is the image when a right key is inserted. When a right key is inserted, all the driver pins align at the shear line, and here the plug rotates and the door opens. Okay, let me ask you another question. We got the answer for 2 questions asked before. Let me ask you a third question and find the answer for that too. In case if you stayed in any restaurant or a hotel, if you lose your key, you go to the receptionist and ask whether they have a spare key to open it. In some cases, you might have seen the receptionist will be able to open the locks of different doors with a single key, and this single key is known as a master. Why so? What is the significance and the difference of a master key from that of an original key? Let's find out. In case of a master key, the lock will have 2 or more driver pins in either 1 or more shafts. And what is the significance of having more than 1 driver pin? You might ask. The answer to the question is having 2 or more driver pins When the key is inserted, it has an advantage. The shaft can align itself by using one driver pin on the shear line or two driver pins on the shear line as represented in the figures 1 and 2. I'll repeat myself. When master key is inserted, the shaft has the option to either align itself with one driver pin on the shear line or with two driver pins on the shear line. This is the use of the master key. That's simple as it is. And that is the end of the presentation. We have asked 3 questions and received 3 answers. If we pay keen attention to the things around us we do daily, we can get a lot of answers to a lot of questions. And that is the end of the presentation. Thank you and have a nice day.